Hello and welcome to this video where you can watch me teach 3 complete beginners in real time how to ski. We do this in 9 very basic drills. That's all you need for session number 1. So let's get right into it. Step 1, scooter push. It is what it says on the tin. You want to stand on one foot and you want to push. Start off by doing little steps. And there's me, Coach Scott. You want to step to the outside of the ski. So you don't want to fall to the foot without a ski on. You want to fall to the other side. That's a good barometer for whether you're trying to put the weight on the ski correctly. If you're always falling to your push leg, then you're not trying hard enough. Dave is the quintessential example of how to push correctly and fall to the outside. We see lots of falls. Falling is healthy. We want falls. If we're not falling, then 1, we're being careful enough because you need to be careful because it might be suitable for you. Or 2, you're not trying hard enough or being willing enough to fall. Ronnie, they're perfectly showing that fall to the outside. You want to step over and do that little hop. Step 2, hops and bobs. We've got to learn to be buoyant on the ski. The skis are an extension of our feet. And we have to be comfortable with lifting our weight up. If we're always stuck on both skis, you're really gonna struggle. Lots of falling, and I encourage that. So you'll see me looking very nonchalant at people's falls a lot of the time. And again, falling outside, Dave is a master of it. A willingness to fall is really gonna help.
It's to teach you that the solution to falling is hopping. So I want you to get your weight over the ski, but you're going to want to have your weight in the middle all the time. That way. Now I'm saying put your weight here, hop and catch yourself.
Now it's minus 20 out there, so my microphone froze. I wasn't able to use it. But not only that, for those who've skied in minus 20, you know what the snow is like. It's extremely aggressive. Those ice particles are brutal. So the skis weren't slipping and sliding very well. But yeah, Dave, once again, falling. Hey, just a reminder to subscribe to the channel if you're finding this useful. Step 3, mirror the coach.
So charming, it's alarming how charming I feel and so pretty.
But this is not just good for movement and getting warm. I do this with every single group that I coach. You get them to copy what you do, and the goal is to be as random as possible on the skis. I do handball, usually if the group's big enough. Usually go for 2 teams of 3, so 6 minimum, before I start doing that. And it's, once again, an absolutely brilliant way of teaching the basic movements. How do you corner? A lot of people say, well, the answer to that is you corner by doing it unconsciously. You don't need to do a lesson on how to do cornering to know how to do it if you're playing handball. So we're keeping really light on the skis, and we want to experiment with being in the air, trying to get the idea out of people's heads that you need to be down all the time on one ski. You want to get used to that experience of being unsupported by anything. And that's why I never introduce poles too early. I know plenty of very good coaches who like to introduce poles very early. That's fine. It's just not my style. So what I'm trying to do here, skipping, bouncing, and moving in random directions. Jogging, lifting the heels up.
Jog about for a minute. Just move around, bouncing, skipping, jumping, side to side.
And you can see here, we're all trying to mingle and run in about each other. I'm trying to lift that kind of energy and attack people's skis to keep them moving. It doesn't matter what level they're at to be receptive to this. And there's your lovely fall. Step 4, penguin shuffle. The penguin shuffle is not about gliding. The penguin shuffle is having that pizza shape, and you want to look like you're waddling. The transfer of weight isn't important, hence why the head bobs back and forward, just like a penguin. And look at those little lines on the left of the screen, those orange lines, that's what you want to do, is just put the ski down in that angle. No glide. Don't glide. The goal is to do the angle so that you understand how annoying it is having that extra length of ski behind your heel that prevents you or makes it difficult to create that angle without movement. So it's just introducing you to that motion. Now have a look as they waddle along. And as you get into it and understand and repeat that same pizza shape, then you will get the movement. Step 5. Push, then feet together.
When we walk, we push backwards. So I want to teach you the concept of side-to-side motion. Okay, so this is how we ski it.
Okay, so the side-to-side motion comes later because, again, a lot of people aren't too familiar with the concept. They haven't done ice skating, they haven't done speed skating. So they need to get familiar with that. So we start with some jumps, just warming into it. And then we will get into the push and then feet together. As you can see Dave here closest to your screen, he does it, he pushes and tries to bring his feet together. It's a really good attempt. But then he resets again. Just look how he's moving his weight side to side, then onto his left ski, bring the right ski in, and he's struggling to do it. But just keep watching, he eventually gets there. It's that weird concept of moving that foot or pointing the lead foot in a new direction and then attacking. And he gets it here, so he tries this like 9 times, and here's the time he gets it. Boom! Brings the foot in. To do that, he had to get all his weight to his left foot. So I'm now trying to emphasize the need for that body movement to make this work. And as you can see there, Lordy does it beautifully. He just spins round and away he goes. Okay, so once we've played about with that, let's incorporate some more movement. We start to slide, we start to move.
Yes, yes. You're getting the slide. You're getting it. That's beautiful. I am full of and everyone knows it, but I'm genuinely impressed.
The goal is you're trying to just do one side at a time. Only focus on gliding on your left, meaning edge on your right ski. Once you've done that, move on to the other ski. Same principle applies.
He's a maniac, maniac, oh no.
This snow is so unbelievably painfully slow that it is really tricky for these guys to get going, get the edge in. It's -20, snow is hard, and very aggressive under the skis on non-wax skis. Lordy is really mastering it, so naturally very skilled. And I said 3 beginners. Lordy, although he is a beginner, has done about an hour of skating before this session. This is not his first day on snow. Ronnie, this is session 1 of skate. He did maybe half an hour, 40-minute lesson the day before on classics. And Dave on the right, this is his first session. Okay, so have a look very closely at their skis here. You can see that they're defaulting back to pushing back with their feet as opposed to pushing sideways. So we do a little bit of conversation about that. Okay, let's try and work on it, blah, blah, blah. However, they are not quite getting that concept of side to side, but they are getting traction because, like I said, aggressive snow. And if they're getting traction, they don't need the edges. They don't need to push side to side. That's what they think. But it hinders your development if you continue or allow that habit to evolve. We've got to get the concept of pushing side to side. So we have a drill for that coming up, and you will see that very shortly.
That leaning is so
Again,
good.
Lordy absolutely flying.
Yes, yes. Get that edge in and push sideways.
And again,
Edge in and
Dave
push
is getting
sideways.
it. He's lifting his feet up quite high, particularly his right foot. Step 6, drag kings. Okay, so now the drag kings is the exercise that teaches us about edges. You can't drag a person, myself weighing 75 or 78 kilos or something. You know, that's a heavy thing to drag. You've got to be able to get your edges in, otherwise you're just slipping. So all of that pushing back that we saw in the previous video is impossible once we do this. And look at me, I'm pushing, I'm leaning far forward, getting those edges in, and Lordy is putting on a snowplow. So this has the double effect of the snowplow, teaching you to snowplow, but also teaching you to get those edges in. And I literally can't pull Lordy, he's making it so difficult for me. But Dave, absolutely smashing it, getting his edges in. Always have the baskets, the tips pointing forward on that exercise. Never have them pointing back, because sometimes people drop poles, as you saw, and you don't want those baskets jabbing the person in the eye behind you. You've got to have those tips pointing forward. So this is me trying my best to stop Lordy. Like I said, hard snow, very difficult to get those edges in and therefore making purchase. Hey, just a reminder to subscribe to the channel if you're finding this useful. Step 7, double poling. Alright, so double poling, we push with our poles. It's kind of simple. We always go right into the hand straps and tighten them up fully first. So once we've done that, and I spared you watching that process, I just got them to do zigzags so that they are still remembering they have to turn. It's not straight lines. I like it when people fall. It's great. It's a good sign that they're trying hard, and Ronnie is an absolute machine. But look at what we're seeing here with Dave. So he was leaning too far forward.
Get him in closer. So you're leaning, keeping your head in front of your hand. Head in front of your hand. And then temper.
And then I was trying to get him to put his hands by his head like you see Lordy doing there. He's got a really good use of his body weight. Ronnie's leaning forward and he's using his arms. That becomes very tiring over time. But Lordy really using his upper body to generate force. Step 8. Stamp and pole equals stall. We've learned the basic mechanism. We've got to learn the timing of V1, skate 1. And in order to do V1 or skate 1 or offset, if you're from Canada, you've got to learn the stamp and pole equals stall. So we say stamp every time our foot comes down, our lead leg. Then we put our hands up and keep going with the stamps for a little while. And then as the foot comes down and stamps, the pole comes down. Simultaneously. Stamp and pole equals stall. Stall, step. Okay, so if you don't combine the timing exactly, it's no good. But we have to keep it really simple. You need to go back to the penguin. You're not trying to glide, you're just trying to get that timing. Don't do any gliding unless the timing's perfect, which as you can see, Lordy on the left, timing perfect. Dave on the right, timing perfect. It doesn't matter, his poles are way too far behind him. That's okay for now. He's doing what I said about putting his hand by his head. And Ronnie there, lovely timing.
All your body weight, but on your it's not like precisely as I just did. Just like that was for visual, okay? You're hanging. So now, rather than leaning like this, because the weight actually goes out the back, I want you to have the poles in here, and I want you to lean on them. So it's lean.
Step 9. Cornering. Okay, so we're starting to generate force with the poles. We're starting to get speed. We've already done some cornering here and there, but now this is specific, and I've moved Lordy on to the next phase because he's ready for it. I'm going to do some more work with the other guys. Lordy is now just following me, trying to keep up. And his poles are just making that a more challenging process. He's doing a very good job. So I'm adding in some little skips, just to remind him that it's completely fine to be buoyant and have lots of movement on the skis. There's no need to be stable, there's no need to have one foot down, and that little skip that you saw from Lordy there was the best. And as a result of all of this, he is flying. He's got his timing down there for skate 1, stall, step. Stall, step. He's using his upper body.
Anything to say to the fans? Oh, I can't breathe.
I always start with V1, skate 1 offset. I rarely ever start with skate 3, but if I'm doing very small groups and everyone's progressing quickly, I'll sometimes teach V2 alternate, I should say, skate 3 on session number 1.
That's when you start to fall a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing because you know you're shoving it to the edges of what you can do. You're not
That's how you improve.
Absolutely.
Absolutely legendary. And here we see they can't get enough of it. Dave having one final attack on the skis. A great session. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Skills and Drills document. It is the place that gathers all the very best skills and drills into one filterable document. So if you're a coach or if you are a fan of skiing, which you clearly are because you've stayed to the end of this video, then this document allows you to filter by technique. It allows you to filter by facility, dry land, or are you going to be in the gym, or are you roller skiing on snow? It then allows you to develop your ... You click For example, arms, knee to toe angle, your weight distribution, your timing. Whatever your problem is, this document enables you to hone right in on the drill that solves your problem. So let's have a look. We go down here, V2, we've got V1, V2, V2 alternate, basic skate, cornering, free skate, single leg drills, whatever. So we go V2, click there. Okay, now it's showing me only the drills for V2, so I can go through those and just have a look. However, I want to get rid of all the ones that don't apply to me. I'm going to do dry land only, so I can select that. Or perhaps today I'm going to go snow skiing or roller skiing. Hit OK. It's now only showing me drills that are for roller skiing. Now, what is your problem? Perhaps your problem is your arms. So we want to select your arm movement. Or perhaps it's your timing. So we come down here. Timing. Select. Now we have a timing drill. Perfect. What's the drill name? It tells you what that is right there. And that will become familiar with time. Then it's drill description. What is the drill? And what does it aim to solve? How? We have then a basic version of the drill, an intermediate version of the drill, tough, and then warrior mode, depending on how ambitious, audacious, and fandabidosi you want to be with this particular skill and drill and the time and space that you have to do it. In the future, I will be making videos for all these skills and drills so you can watch an explanation rather than reading a document that describes it. But that's going to take a lot of time. Again, you can click onto classic and you can do that exact same thing for diagonal stride. You can do it for cornering, bounding, the clabble clop, whatever it is that you need to solve. Double poling, herringbone, facility, it tells you that. Maybe your rhythm's a problem. Hone right in and it will take you directly to the drills that help you solve your needs. Now, there's a catch. I need feedback before I push it out there and get hundreds of emails, people saying, why didn't you think of this? So if you're interested in helping me get this document as in its best state possible so that it is maximally useful, I'd love to get you involved. All you need to do is click the link in the description, send me your email. I will then send you access to it as soon as it's ready. If you just want access to this document, but you don't want a two-way communication, that's no problem either. Just, again, fill in the same document or whatever links in the description. Maybe it's already complete. Maybe you're watching this in a year's time. Just click the link. It will take you to the document and you can have access to this completely for free. 83% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed to my channel. That's annoying. Okay, who are watching this video and have not yet subscribed. Aloha. Do you want to support me? Probably not. There is an 83% likelihood that you are one of the 83%. Hey, help me. Okay, go on. Feel free to subscribe. And it's all free, so you might as well. Well. Oh! Okay. Hi.